Hi, my name is Ray. Welcome to my failure video. Today I'm going to be talking about how I overcame a specific obstacle and a time that I very embarrassingly failed, and how I overcame that using tools like asking help from others and self-reflection. I grew up swimming, so I grew up a competitive swimmer, and I don't know if anyone else is a swimmer, but my back turns were absolutely horrendous. They were horrible. Picture a really bad backflip turn and then multiply it by 10, and that's how bad it was. I just didn't have any control of my body. I grew up with kind of a natural capacity to swim, and really developed slow twitch muscles, but not the coordination necessary to go with that to execute a successful backflip turn. So every time it would be at a public swim meet, public practice, every time I would be failing very publicly, and it seemed like all my peers were understanding it perfectly and getting it perfectly. Every practice I was doing it wrong. People I know would be watching the practice from behind the bar, behind the glass wall. I would imagine them laughing because I'm a really big perfectionist, and I struggle a lot with a fixed mindset, which I think goes hand in hand with the mindset of a really perfectionistic person. But I remember being so down and so hard on myself, just beating myself up for embarrassing myself like this because everybody else seemed to be getting it. And one day my coach approached me because, you know, you're swimming on your back, it's backstroke, these arms, I don't know what I'm doing. You see the flags, which are 5 meters from the wall, and you count your strokes, and then you flip over and you turn and push off on your back and continue with the next length. And I just couldn't get it. And I remember one day my coach came up and asked me if I wanted help, and I had such a stubborn, fixed, perfectionistic view on the world, and especially of myself, that I would refuse and say, no, I'll get it, I'll be fine, because I was too embarrassed to ask for help. It eventually got to the point where I had to humble myself and realize that I needed to ask for help, and so I approached my coach, said, hey, is there anything I can do to improve? I'm really scared to ask you this, but is there anything I can do to improve? And she was so gracious about it, and I was so shocked, and she took time out of her own morning the next day, it was a Saturday morning, and basically gave me a free coaching session because she cared about me, and she was so grateful that I had come to her and asked for help, because she knew that that was such a brave thing to do. And that experience has always stuck with me so poignantly, because I look to that, even though it was a few years ago now, I look to that whenever I'm scared to ask for help or ask for someone to give me constructive feedback or keep me accountable for my actions, or for staying on top of a skill that I need to develop. Yeah. So the failures turned out to be successful because they led to growth and development on my end. That's my successful failure story. Thank you for listening.